Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots. What's up, WTF Nation? Time is of the essence, so I'm kind of like fast forwarding through all this intro bullshit. This is not a planned show. This is my disclaimer. This is not a planned show, but I'm joined here by my good friend here, Pookie. What's up, my brother?
What's up? What's up?
We're just hanging out this Thanksgiving Eve. Just BSing in the chat, and I'm seeing some messages come forward into the WTF Nation Radio inbox going, hey, man, you guys ain't got a show tonight? And normally we don't have a show on Wednesday nights as of, in the recent past, but this is like a Friday. It's kind of like a Friday, and I started feeling guilty. Like, man, we owe these guys we owe these folks something. So this is going to be our effort at a show, I suppose. At least for an hour. I mean, Pookie's got something going on, but I figure it would be.
Actually, I don't have anything going on right now.
Oh, come on, man! Now you're breaking my heart.
I cut you down, man. I'm sorry. No. Like, it's Thanksgiving, man. We gotta have a show, man.
Oh, well, here we are. Wow.
So what's been going on with you lately, man?
Oh, dude, today at work was, let me kill this bed music. This is a good part, though. I like this part.
Yeah?
Hold on just a second. To music. All right, I'm sorry. That really sounds awesome in the headphones, so. All right, I'm gonna kill it now. But yeah, it's my week was really kind of bland. It's either feast or famine where I work. It's either holy fuck, we got to do all these things, or it's just hang out, just be chill. We'll let you know when we need you. So the whole week was like Monday. Monday was a good day. It was a really good day because I was busy. There were problems that I needed to troubleshoot, and that's what I do. I like to dive into technical issues and be able to solve them. Tuesday was a half and half day. Half of it was like a continuation of Monday, and the rest of Tuesday was like meh. Today, I have no I don't know how to describe what today was. The entire morning was an engineer came down. He said, "Okay, I have this problem. We have these things that are happening." So I diagnosed what he was seeing, and we tried some things, and then he left. So I'm like, all right. He has to make the decisions because what I do is I work in experimental aviation. So we have an aircraft that is miles away.
That's a cool ass job, by the way. Just not to cut you off, but that's a cool ass job. I wish I could do your job because it's awesome.
I appreciate it, man. Anyway, we have this aircraft that's miles away, and we have a lab that I work in miles away, but our everything electrical, avionics wise, flight controls, hydraulics, everything is in a lab environment. So you don't really have the aircraft. You don't have the aircraft. All the electronics that go on the aircraft are in the lab, and they're wired to benches, and there's fucking wires everywhere. You can't see them because they're under the floor, but it's really cool. So if they experience an issue on the aircraft, our lab is wired exactly, and it behaves exactly like the aircraft does. So the aircraft.
I've been in one of those. This is just not to like toot my own horn, but I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. So they have a problem on the aircraft. So we go, okay, let's simulate that in the lab. So we try to simulate it in the lab and go, no, we're not getting the same results. These are the results that we're getting. Is usually what happens, and it usually results in like a wiring issue on the aircraft or some EMI thing. It's usually has something to do on the aircraft. This time, the problem that was experienced on the aircraft is being experienced the same way in the lab. So you get
So it's a software issue then at that point.
no.
Okay. Well,
It was a hardware configuration issue. And
okay.
and getting into the meat of that is awesome, and I thrive on that. I love those problems because you have any solution that you prescribe, you get it cleared through an engineer, you apply that solution, and then you can see if it works. And if it works out, you're the fucking hero, and flight test can continue. If your idea fries a box or, causes other issues, then that's a problem. So, and you're dealing with, it's a lot of pressure, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It sounds like I used to do a lot of switching and routing. I'm an IT guy.
Yeah.
So it sounds very similar because we'd had simulations set up for days, and something goes wrong, we go to our simulation and we play around with it. And when you find what's wrong, you're like the hero of the day. It's always that way.
And if you can't find it, it's like, why the fuck do we have you? and it sucks when I'm the only consultant on the team. So there's a lot of pressure.
Oh,
so it's cool. I like it because I can fix stuff.
So you're into avionics. I got a hard on for avionics for some reason.
I got that. The only reason I'm in avionics is because of the Army. When I joined the Army, they're like, you can be an infantryman, you can be a parachute packer, and they labeled all these. They gave me a list of all these other MOSs that I could have, and then they said you can be an aviation special or an avionics special equipment repair. I'm like, what's that? So we explained it.
There you go.
And I was like, oh, hell yeah. I don't even know how a fucking light switch works, but yeah, put me in fucking charge of avionics on an aircraft.
It's like me, I was a 25 Bravo. Most people don't know what 25 Bravo is.
Is it all is it all IT? Is 25 series all IT?
Everyone says it's all IT, but there's you got specialists. Mine was I was Linux, Unix, and I was actually a 25 Bravo India. I was an installer. I went to an installer's course, and some Limas get mad at me by me saying that I went to an installer's course, and they're like, "Oh God, how the hell did you get that?" I was like, "Luck, I guess. I don't know, but whatever."
So you did that.
No, I mean, installer's course is a joke. Really, it's just how to wire some shit. And
wire is as far as Ethernet or fiber?
No, fiber optics. You can splice fiber optics. You can fuse fiber optics. Blah blah blah. The whole nine. To me, it's a joke. I went through this course, and I graduated with I guess super honors or whatever it is. It was a joke to me. How do you wire AC shit? I was like, oh, AC wiring. You put the red cable on the red cable and a black cable on a black cable, and I'm a redneck, so whatever.
I was actually I went from the military to the aviation industry, then from the aviation industry to the industrial industry, and I've got a call. If I answer this call, it's going to hang up on everybody else. Hopefully, I can call them back. 234, thank you for calling. I'm going to see if I can call you back. I'm going to try that, add to my group, and we're going to see what's happening here. But yeah, I went from the aviation industry into civilian life, which was aviation. Oh my goodness. The phone is ringing.
God damn it, ouch.
It's really kind of loud.
It is.
Make this a group call. Yes, I did. I don't think they're going to answer. But what happened was I went from military to civilian aviation, and then from aviation to industrial, and that was a really difficult change because I've got the electronics knowledge in my head, but it's mostly in it's mostly in it's mostly in all the electronics knowledge in that is in my head is usually a DC system.
Oh yeah, DC.
Yeah, it's all in DC. So it's all low voltage, 28 volts or less. But then they started throwing me into an arena of no, we're working on, it's like 480 3-phase. And then I got really nervous, so I had to really cram and learn really, real world business electronics, and that was a learning curve. Hey Pookie, I'm going to ask just you to call back. Call me back. Don't call the call back. Don't call the group call back. Mr. Pookie. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Maybe Mr. Pookie coughed there. Or it may have been a flush. I've never been flushed before. And I didn't have enough time to thank the flusher for that very kind honor that he or she has bestowed on me. It was probably a she. But yeah, it was a really big learning curve, I guess. I really wanted to touch on the subject of the Korean defector today, if I could, just for a little bit. It might take a second for Pookie to call back. Let me block that number. I'm going to block that number. All right, that's blocked. If we can get Pookie to call back, that would be fucking stellar. 415-889-8367. Come on, Mr. Pookie. Call back. Just. Nope. Come on, Pookie, you can do this. This is good radio right here, man. And he's back.
So,
there we go. I was trying to explain. I was kind of fumbling. I wasn't explaining. I was fumbling, and it was really pretty bad. Then when I got out of the Army, I went into the civilian aviation field, which was great. But when I went from the civilian I got laid off. So I was looking for work, and I went from the civilian aviation field into industrial electronics. And there was a huge, huge difference between working on aircraft and then working on industrial machines. Because you go from working with, 28 volts
that
DC,
makes sense.
28 volts DC to, 483 phase. And you're like, oh, God, I forgot all that shit. Did you ever have that experience, transitioning from a military?
I could say I had the same experience, but it's not in the same sense that you made it. It was like I went to civilian side,
Mm-hmm.
and they used a complete different, I guess, system, and my knowledge was useless to them. It was really hard transition, man. It was really hard.
I get it. Did you ever going from the military to a civilian job, and even going, from working in the military to a civilian working on military aircraft in a private industry, there's still that God, there's a learning curve. I would say it's a learning curve because you're working with folks that, and I'm working with folks right now that are, half my age, have never served in the military. And they're like, oh, yeah, my dad was in the Army, or my mom was in the Navy, or whatever. But they don't have any real, they don't have any military experience. And working for these guys, engineers that I work for, it's kind of really hard. The language barrier, even though we all speak English, is difficult because the way we communicate, the way that I communicate with all the other military members in my lab, it's, dude, if I'm doing a good job, I'm going to get a swat on the fucking ass when I'm working on something. Is, hey, you're doing a good job, is going to be like a swat on the ass, and he's walking by, and then we'll go have lunch or something together. But all these other folks, man, you almost have to tippy toe. There's no matter of fact conversation.
No, trust me, I believe that. I mean, I went from being like an IT like guru, knowing everything about fiber optics and everything, to working construction. Like nothing to deal with, what I was dealing with, and it was hard, man. It was like, oh, this guy was telling me, I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. The guy was like, I know everything. No, you don't. But that's the way it works, man. That's the hard part of getting to the military, to the civilian side of things, man.
What I get a lot is I'll have an engineer that says, here's the issue that we're seeing on the aircraft. Let's duplicate it here. I'm like, okay, do you have a procedure? Does the pilot have a procedure? Usually the answer is yes, but ... fill in the blank. He flicked a switch when he wasn't supposed to, or he did something, or she did something, because we do have female pilots in the experimental, aviation field, which is fucking awesome, and they're badasses. But I need to know exactly what happened, and if they can't explain to me exactly what happened, I'm going to tell them they're fucked up, go back, follow the procedure, tell me exactly where in the procedure it failed. Then I can either just flush your problem down the drain, because there's charts, and if this happens, then that happens, and the flow charts are like immense. It's worse than a PowerPoint presentation before a fucking 4-day weekend.
I love flow charts.
Oh yeah,
don't talk bad about them.
No, they're awesome. They actually work. But the thing is, I've built and I've developed the system even before the aircraft existed. So trust me when I say, if something is going to work the way that is designed to work. So I always ask for, here's the procedure, which usually I've written. Do the procedure on the aircraft. Tell me what results you're seeing. 8 times out of 10, it's an aircraft issue. But man, I sure love it when the issue happens both on the aircraft and in the laboratory where I work. It's great, because then it's a hog you need to fucking wrestle.
No, I feel the same way, man.
So you got any big old plans for Turkey Day tomorrow?
Eat a bunch of food and go to sleep. I mean, that's my deal right now.
So is it food all the way up until about 3, nap until 5, and then maybe some football later, or you don't care about football?
Well, I honestly, after the NFL did its bullshit, I don't watch it. I'm not supporting the NFL anymore. So
Gotcha.
There you go.
Gotcha. Yeah, I completely understand. I hosted the Green Room guys on Sunday, and we discussed this for a little bit. And I had been on a kind of like a boycott, and you can say that in quotes, because I realized that whether I watch an NFL game or not, it has absolutely zero impact on the NFL, that corporation, that entity.
It does, actually.
Explain that. I mean, whether I turn on the television or not on a Sunday has no effect on
ratings, man. These companies can see if you turn your TV on and watch certain shows at certain times. It's not a no joke. Like everyone's like, "Oh, goddamn, Illuminati's watching me." Like let's go Red Hat with that. But no,
I
what I'm saying is
I thought that it was all done
simple.
through like the Nielsen ratings system. They send out questionnaires because I've done Nielsen rating surveys. They actually pay you for those. And is it
They do pay you. They do pay you, but for the I know exactly what you're talking about, and I've done them before. But no, like these are real time ratings, like who is watching the show, and they can see that.
so if I've got Uverse, so if I click on my local Fox broadcast channel and I watch the Dallas Cowboys play some other team, there's ratings. I guess there's consumption ratings that go through AT&T and then on to whomever does all the metrics on that. But wow.
No, they watch everything you do. I mean, it's like Google right now. Googleizes everything. They can see what you're researching
So
by trending topic.
if I go to incognito and I click, if I type in
Nah,
pornhub.com,
they're watching your porn.
fuck
They're
no.
totally watching. They are totally watching your porn, man.
Damn it.
It don't matter at that point, man. Like I try to explain to people, it's like, oh well, I'm hidden right now. It's like, okay, cool, but you're accessing a server, right? Yeah, server can keep track of everything. I did this for like damn near 10 years almost. So I know what I'm talking about.
I totally get it, man. I totally get it. I'm just kind of busting balls. It's just if I go into incognito, they can't tell where I'm at. But if when you go to incognito, it actually you get a prompt that actually says that okay, you're not saving cookies, and that's about it.
Oh, I was about to say, there's people that actually believe this shit. Like, I go incognito, and I was about to say the wrong thing. You go incognito, and like legit, like they think that they're saved. I mean, we can sit here and talk all day long about like network security. I'm telling you, you're wrong.
I totally believe it, man. It's really important to be safe on the interwebs, and you might hear some noise here, and I really hope it doesn't happen. The interwebs, and you might hear some noise here, and I really hope it doesn't happen.
I didn't hear nothing either, so it's good.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got it muted. Video's working. I can't see the video working on Facebook Live. I hope it's working good. Road Tech says eggnog. What are your feelings on eggnog? Do you have an opinion on eggnog, Pookie?
Whiskey.
Okay. I've never had eggnog with whiskey. I've had eggnog just for the sake of having eggnog, but I've never had eggnog with whiskey. Is it a good thing?
No, I mean, no. Honest to God, the best way to drink it is with some old Jameson or Jack Daniels, if you can afford both of which. But they're good.
I've got a bottle of Jameson in the freezer that I have cracked, but it's only it's probably 3/4 full.
You froze Jameson?
No, it's not frozen. It's in the freezer. It doesn't freeze. But it's there to stay cold because I really prefer what I normally drink is Gentleman Jack. But I'll pour that over some whiskey cubes and drink it just cold, straight. Upon the suggestion from a friend, like over a year ago, I bought a bottle of Jameson, but I cannot find anything. I didn't like it straight, and I didn't like anything that I mixed it with. I mixed it with just regular soda. I mixed it with let me see what cherry Coke, regular Coke, vanilla Coke. But I didn't like the taste. So it's just been sitting in my freezer, waiting for a mate, waiting for a for whatever.
So, yeah. Do the eggnog thing with it, man.
I can do the eggnog thing. Maybe not this weekend, but I can probably do that for over the Christmas holidays.
Yeah, totally do it. If you been having a bottle of Jameson like that, and I'm just like eggnog it, man. This is the best way to do it.
Is there a brand of eggnog that Pookie recommends?
My moonshine.
Uh, Is it called My Moonshine Eggnog?
No, I was saying my moonshine. If you guys want to buy some of it, I'll talk to you on the down low.
We're not pimping moonshine here at WTF Nation Radio. I just want to know, is there a brand of eggnog that I can use to that you recommend to mix with Jameson? I know because there's what I see every time I go to like the grocery stores is like a Jack Daniel's eggnog. Then there's the generic.
Honestly, I'll give you the heads up right now. Anyone that's listening, go to allrecipes.com.
Oh, that's a great website.
Yes, find the best 5-star rated one and just do it. Do your thing, and then you'll learn how to do it. I mean, just learn how to make some goddamn eggnog, because it's not an art. It's just make some damn eggnog.
Now that is like an extra effort when I can just go to the grocery store and buy eggnog. I think I'm just going to go buy some just generic, not even generic, just whatever's in the cooler.
So you're going to go to the ABC store and buy some generic bullshit instead of making it good eggnog.
Probably because of the level of effort that I'm willing to spend into this. It's just it doesn't seem like it's worth it. I really would like to know if I like it or not. If I like it, yeah, I could probably make it better. If I don't like it, then it's not worth my effort, and all I've got to waste is a half a bottle of Jameson. And if it gets down to it, if I have one drink and I don't like it, then I've got a half a bottle of Jameson to drink. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but I honestly will make a bottle of like eggnog for anyone that wants real eggnog. If you want to go about the hard way about doing it,
Well, it just seems like a lot of effort. Is there a lot of effort? Do you know how to make eggnog off the top of your head?
Yes, it's not that hard.
I know you're kind of like a chef. You kind of look like you're homeless or like live in the woods. I guess you kind of do. But if someone saw a picture of you, they would not think that you can cook some fucking food, and you have recipes. So, is it hard?
Look at like Charles Manson and think like he's not crazy until he starts dancing around all over the place.
Right. Road Tech says he's having some Jack Daniel's eggnog. So how do you like that, Road Tech? Is it good stuff? Do you have a recommendation on a better eggnog other than a homemade formulation?
Whiskey eggnog is the best eggnog. That's the only way I can put it. You gotta have some Jack Daniels, Evan Williams, Jim Beam, whatever. That's the best way to do it.
God, when I was in the Army, when we were on a budget, we would buy a fifth or half a gallon of Evan Williams, because you can get a lot of fucking Evan Williams or Dickel.
That's that. Well, I mean, that's the budget whiskey, but it's not as bad as Military Special.
You have a great point. God, that's some bad stuff, man. I've seen a buddy of mine. Loved vodka. Loved vodka. We were on a budget, so we were stationed at Fort Hood in 6 Cav, and we were planning a long weekend down at the Guadalupe River. He's like, "Here we go," because we are all about, okay, let's just buy a keg of beer, take it down there, drink it. It'll probably be empty by the time we get back, and bring back the empty, get our deposit back, and everything's great. He's like, "Man, I'm not really good on beer. I'm going to buy this 2.75 liter bottle of Military Special vodka." Dude, he was fucking through. like we had the drive down. We drive down in pickup trucks. He was in the back of the pickup trucks, and he got all fucked up on the way down to the Guadalupe River, which is from Fort Hood. It's not quite to San Antonio. It's kind of in between, a little bit south of Austin. It's a really good time. Rent a tube, float down the river, and it's awesome. He never made it to the river because he got all fucked up on the way down to the river, and his body was so hurting that he would not. He was recovering the entire weekend because of the drive down to the Guadalupe River because of drinking military special vodka. That's some rot gut stuff.
Stay away from the military special. Words of advice from me. I have experienced that. No. Like, I've heard these stories so many times, and they all start with military special. Stay away from them. Stay away from it.
It's like, there I was with my bottle of military special whiskey. You don't have to explain anymore because we understand how the rest of the story goes.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, we got some people here. Oh, John Owl's here. Always a pleasure to see him.
Hey, Mr. Owl. Your shaman stuff is like working for me, man. I'll give you that.
I think he astrally projects into my dreams and he like alters it because I was like an hour late for work this morning. I was having good dreams.
I always like relate good dreams to a bad day.
Say that again? You relate good dreams to a bad day?
Yeah, because if I'm having good dreams when I wake up, my day's going to be shitty. I mean, this is weird. I don't know.
That sucks, man. Oh, man. My sleep pattern goes like this. I usually, during the week when I work, it's all about work. I focus on work. I've got stuff to do. I'm the only consultant there, so I've got to be on the top of my game. So during the week, I don't drink anything. I go to bed at like 9:30, but then I wake up like I've slept for 10 hours. Just I'm fully rested, and it's only 11:30 at night. So I'm like, crap. Get up. I might have like a bowl of cereal or something. Go back to sleep. And then I struggle staying asleep through the rest of the night. And then I wake up and I do my job and, rinse, repeat.
Stay off that coffee, man.
Dude, I have 1 cup of coffee a day. 1 cup of coffee in the morning. I'm getting ready for work and doing my things and drink the rest of the cup of coffee on the way to work, and that's it. I drink water most of the time.
Gotta get that breathing technique down, man. That deep in breathe, out breathe. Whatever.
I might need maybe some relaxation stuff, and I know John Owl has a ton of CDs that you can get, and I don't know if any of those deal with relaxation. Just relaxation, just chill the fuck out.
They all deal with something similar to that, but it's so hard to get into right now.
It's kind of funny because I don't consider it insomnia. I just consider it the lack of a deep sleep, a good deep sleep. When I get good deep sleep, I can have fun with my dreams. I can, if I'm sitting there dreaming about something, I dream in color, dude. It's just, I can change the way that the dream is going and do other things. I woke myself up screaming the other day. It was awesome.
This vivid dreaming, and I've been trying to do that for like 12 years. And if you could do that, fuck you. Love me to death, cause.
It's just when I sleep well, I sleep really, really well. More often than not, I just don't sleep well.
Well, that's like a big thing with people these days. It's like sometimes you just gotta be able to sit in a room and just like shut your brain down and just take a big breath and let your mind do its own thing, man.
Yeah, I've tried the white noise thing. You know, there's these stupid fucking apps on your fucking telephone that you can get.
That's scary. I don't like white noise, man.
What I'm waiting for is okay. You get like 40 minutes of white noise, and then, 120 minutes of some subliminal message going into your head, and then you wake up the next morning and you're like fucking, you're in some hotel in Vegas shooting people. I don't like that, and I've really got a bad feeling about it. But
I agree with you on that, man. Don't listen to that crap.
hey, so what about I'm sure you've seen the video. The defector from North Korea into the South.
Holy shit, man! That's like the epitome of like a man trying to become free. That's what it is, man.
It's the birth. When I saw it, and it was on the CNN website this morning, I was like, oh my gosh! And all they showed was the crashed Jeep. I didn't know that he had already exited the Jeep. And then you see all these other soldiers coming up, and the one guy drops to the ground. I'm like, oh, they shot him. And I thought that was it. I had I did not have any idea of the entire story. When I got home from work tonight, I saw the entire video. And I have the entire, and through the day, I'm like getting on my phone, replying to posts going, what the fuck are you talking about? But I saw the entire video. This dude, I would say he's a badass.
Well, he got shot like 5 or 6 times. If you saw the range that they shot him with that like AK-47, you're like, oh.
He's fucking dead.
Like, yeah, exactly. He's done. But he rolled across. I mean, the one thing that fucked me up the most was like that one soldier that ran across the border.
Yep.
I was like, I'm across the border. And he realized he's across the border and ran back. You done fucked up, dude. You could have like been like,
well, they went across. The South went across the border, got his ass, brought him back. That's a violation of the armistice. But fuck the rules. This guy's trying to escape, which is a reason the guy wasn't shot by the South, is because they probably noticed pretty damn quickly that he was defecting. This son of a bitch, if you haven't seen the video, this guy has a Jeep. He's an E6. An E6. I say in United States military terms, he's a staff sergeant. Stationed in North Korea at the JSA, the Joint Security Area. Gets in a Jeep, drives his ass like with a fucking quickness down on roads to an area, and then crashes his Jeep, gets out of his Jeep, runs away. All these North Korean troops are coming out at him, and then they start shooting at him. The guy was shot, I want to say 4 or 5 times at very close range, and then he ended up crawling. And God, these guys are like right up on him. And then some South troops, I don't know if they were American or South Korean, went and grabbed his ass, dragged him back over the border, and they took him to the hospital. And he's recovering. He's going to survive. It was very dramatic. It was, now that I know the whole story, it's very dramatic, and it kind of makes me proud. The guy wanted to be free.
I would love to see so much more of this. Like, I would love to see so much like that right there gets my heart like pounding. I don't know.
But isn't
my
that
anti-communist like?
But isn't that the human? It's the human spirit. It's not the American spirit. It's not the South Korean spirit. It's not the European spirit. It's just the human spirit to be free. Just to be free.
No, exactly. That's what we need more of, and we need to I don't know, they violated so many. What was the armistice, like firing across the peace line? North Korea.
Yep.
We should be at war with these guys right now.
Yes.
I mean, we've been at war with them forever and a day, but we should be literally slinging lead at these guys right now because of that shit.
But it was this one man's desire to be free for whatever reason. I have no idea what was in that man's head other than his desire to be free. And understand that his family back in North Korea is probably dead right now because of what he did. Because that's what they do. I mean,
Yep.
your family member doesn't exist anymore if you decide to do this stuff. They punish people for thinking the wrong way.
No, I mean that guy should be given a medal right now.
I think that once this poor guy, God bless him. I mean, he's going to be recovering for a while. He's already he didn't believe that he was in South Korea, so they had to like put a South Korean flag up in his room, and he said, you know, they were asking, what more can we do to convince you that you're in South Korea? They're like, I want to hear some South Korean music. So they've been playing South Korean music in his room. The guy is in the head messed up. I mean, you got to figure North Korea's been in their little bubble for several generations. So, I mean, you're born and bred to breathe whomever the great leader is. I mean, there's pictures in the apartments, and there's no other way to think. This person who is in charge, whether it's Kim Jong Il, Kim Il Sung, or the fucking Asian Cartman, these are the leaders, and these are the reasons that you are as prosperous as you are. Whatever's in Propaganda Village is all show. But man, this guy's going to have some counseling, at least for a while, and he'll be debriefed by whomever, CIA, State Department, whatever, for months and months and months.
Didn't they pull like some big ass worms out of this guy too?
I heard that he had intestinal parasites. The longest that they pulled out was 27 centimeters, and I'm kind of doing some measurements here, and that's, what is that, about 2 inches? Inch and a half, 2 inches? Parasites in his gut.
You said 27? 27?
27 centimeters?
Yeah, it's like 2-inch worms. Holy shit, man. The only one's that.
And in the article, it explained that it's common from malnourished. Dude, hold on a minute. This dude wasn't that big. Dun.
I used to like joke. I used to get malnourished by the U.S. government, but never again. Never again.
The defector was 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed 9.4 stone, which is about 130 pounds. So 5'7", 130 pounds.
130 $30. All right, there you go.
That's I mean, for a fighting man, that's not very substantial. I just found it weird that who the hell wrote that? I don't even know who the source of that article was, but they're talking about 27 centimeter long parasites in his intestine was due to poor nutrition and health, but he was 5 feet 7 inches, which is an imperial measurement, but he was 9.4 stone. So they're kind of like flashing back between imperial and then like European stuff. Man.
Just makes me feel a little bit better that I know that I guess North Korea's army is infested with parasites.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to say it like that, but
over the course, ever since the ceasefire, I've read that there's been approximately 30,000 defectors from North Korea to somewhere else, most of which have gone into China. I imagine because it's probably a little easier to get into China than it is to get into South Korea. I would really like to know what the numbers are between 30,000 people. I want to know what the difference is between China and South Korea.
I mean, yeah, it's such a good question to ask. But like, watch that guy run across the border, get lit the hell up. I mean, that is the epitome of like, I need to get the fuck out of this country right now. I'm laughing, but it's the truth.
I think he did a good thing. I mean, what country kills you to keep you inside? That's a fucked up country. If I if I want to go to Mexico, or if I want to go to Italy, or if I want to go to Israel, no one's going to stop me. Nobody is going to stop me. If you're in North Korea and you want to go anywhere and you don't have the proper paperwork, you're going to get fucking shot. There's something wrong with that picture. I applaud this guy for doing what he did, man. That was balls, huge. They were probably riding shotgun in that fucking Jeep when he crashed it.
Yep.
I'm sure Ice is going to talk about it tomorrow night because he is doing Sergeant's time tomorrow night.
Really?
Or there's
On Thanksgiving?
I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm sorry. Let me retract. There's going to be a show tomorrow night. I have no idea who it is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Ice. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be Minx. She bought a castle. She bought a castle.
Did Minx bought a castle?
This may or may not be true. Okay, she bought a house. It might be a castle. She's going to make it a castle.
I was like on the speculation that there was a castle and someone needed to have some shit guarded. I'm down.
Oh, I'm down too. I will commute to where I'm at to guard Minx's castle. So what you got going on this weekend, man? I guess we're kind of fixing to get out of here. This is just a little short 1 hour show. I guess to show our appreciation to the WTF Nation audience that, we haven't forgot about you. I know this is a long weekend. You really, really need a safety brief, and I don't have one prepared. But
I'll always have a safety brief prepared. First, don't beat your wife. Second, don't drink and drive. Third, don't kick your dog. That's it. End of safety brief.
Okay, and there are certain situations where you don't beat your husband, because there's some badass females in our audience. Don't kick the cat. Don't kick the dog. I just appreciate the opportunity and the privilege it is to sit here and broadcast for a good organization, a great organization like WTF Nation Radio. I'm sitting here bullshitting with my friends from the station online. I'm like, fuck, I kind of feel guilty. Does anybody want to do a show? And Pookie fucking stepped up and said, hell yeah, let's do this. So
I'm always here, man.
So here we are, just bullshitting. I mean, we really didn't put out anything. We're just, we're just hanging out with you because we're here for you. It's a long weekend, man. We got what's today? Wednesday. So you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it's back to work. Unless you got Monday off. I don't know why would you have Monday off. But So you got 4 solid days of nothingness. I really hope that everyone is that has the opportunity to see their family or loved ones, see it. If you got a first line or whatever, if they offer it, go and hang out with your first line and have Thanksgiving dinner or lunch with them. If you need us, call us. We'll be here. Send us a message, man. Just, you're not alone. No one's alone. No one's alone if you know where to look. And you all can look here at WTF Nation Radio. Seriously.
Yes.
Just send us a message. Someone will be in touch. You always got somebody, man. You always got somebody. It's just, you got to take the effort to look, man. We're all around. I'm a member of the Girls for Gunslingers Covert Ops site, and they lost a dear friend some years ago. I never had the opportunity of seeing her or what she was about. I didn't have the pleasure of knowing her, but man, that community loves her. She's just a stellar being in the Covert Ops community, and everybody here, anyone anybody who takes the effort to participate in our conversations and tune in exactly like you guys did here on Mixer and on Facebook Live. Just you all matter, man. You all matter. If you're feeling fucking down, just send a message, man. We'll help you. We'll get you in touch with the right people. Just fucking do it, man. Don't get down, because if you don't have family around you, you've got family here.
Well said.
I don't know, man. You want to wrap this up, or I just want to say, you guys just have a fucking awesome Thanksgiving. Tune in tomorrow night. We got shows 6 nights a week. Wednesdays are kind of our off day. But you got one tonight. Tomorrow night, Sergeant's Time. Friday is Friday Night Freedom. Hopefully, if Minx gets her interwebs all hooked up. Saturday is Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy. Sunday, the Green Room is back. I'm going to push some buttons for the Green Room guys, Jason and Charlie. It's a 420 friendly show. DD214 is required. We don't always talk about marijuana type issues. It's a lot of current events mixed a little bit with marijuana. We kind of talk and discuss and debate what the current marijuana situation is in the United States, especially in the veteran community. On Monday, you're back with the Monday edition with Ice, and Tuesday is Tied Up Tuesdays with Minx and Gray Cloud. This last Tuesday, Gray Cloud filled in, and he was pushing buttons for Tied Up Tuesday, and that went really, really well. It was a really good show. Anyway, guys, thank you all very much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Love you all. This is Kaz, and I think I'm going to sign off here. You guys are the best.